Hey everyone, Mike here with the watch list video for Wednesday, June 21st. This will not be a long video because there's not a lot to say. The SPY gap down a little bit. Look at this is the daily. Look at the intraday. Kind of did this intraday sideways chop after the initial sell-off, closing just about where it opened. Typical summer day after a 3-day weekend trading. I do have to tip my hat to Kevin P. He gave us CXA. I'm actually starting. If Kevin P doesn't make the highlight video, I'll start to worry. He gave the CXAI idea in chat over 1250. It hit 1250 earlier, and I'll show you the daily. He didn't just randomly call it over 1250, but if you look at this high back here, and the date was June 7th, it also topped out. Let me get this. I'll find it. There it is, right there, this day. So it was kind of the most recent high. I'll put a horizontal line there. It was the most recent high on the daily chart, not counting the ones before it, right? But the most recent one was 1250. Then let's fast forward back to the intraday, and early on it tops out at 1248. So it's basically, by the way we define it, most of you in chat already know this, a 2-day high break if it breaks this high, because it's a break of the early high of day plus a break of that recent high on the daily chart, right? If I go to 15-minute candles, you can kind of see it better. There's that 1250 high from the other day, and there it was this morning, and look what it did when it broke. And this is already kind of a known mover anyway. No other way to put it other than Kevin P strikes again. It went from the 1250 break idea to 1414 on about 40 cents risk that obviously did not stop out. This one will certainly be on watch tomorrow too. What else are we going to be watching? VCIG. Big rip today, but closing well off its highs. GREE, some of the Bitcoin plays were strong, and this one is holding up, so we're going to keep that one on a chart. You guys know I'm a day trader. Maybe some of these will give me a trade tomorrow. PLAY was on bounce watch today. It did bounce. It did meet our parameters. I did not get it. The play would have been over this early high, which was 41.45. So the trigger would have been right there. You could have made an argument for taking this consolidation break right there in anticipation of that. But anyway, it paid if you took it. I never did. I'm putting it back on watch tomorrow because I had a nice bounce today. Already talked about CXAI, Handsome Daily. And if this one continues, we'll certainly watch the other AI plays. CVAC was on watch today. Nice little mini breakout now in progress, so we're going to keep our eyes on that one. GNRC, anytime I see this running, and it's summertime, I think I should probably watch the news every once in a while because it always scares me that there's a hurricane on the way and I don't even know it. Because this is Generac, they make the whole house generators, or they make all kinds of generators. But nice little kind of mini breakout today, and we are going into hurricane season. And I thought I read somewhere on Twitter too, where somewhere in Texas, the grid's overloaded almost. So this one is kind of an interesting play in that light. All right, so that one goes on a chart. RCAT, RCAT, nice pop today. Had a nice pop back here, one back here. Closing well off its highs though. Gonna put it on a chart. ZURA. Been watching this for a few days, never got into it, right? And it just keeps running, so it's disheartening. But what am I gonna say? I never found a way in. It's still a very strong chart now, so I am going to keep it on watch, but it feels like chasing at this point. Okay, this is a weird one. Usually, the old charts I used would have had, it's only been trading for 2 days. This is BOF. Would have had them off to the right. For some reason, IPOs end up on the left with TradeStation charts. Anyway, on the opening day, which was Friday, it topped out at 575. Today gapped up on what sounded like really good news, and I'm not sure what it went to. Let's see, today's high was 620, but closing all the way down here, basically near Friday's lows. So why is it on watch? It had really good news today, securing a deal with Walmart, like half their stores, which I think someone said was 2,000 stores for their product, and it's only been trading now for 2 days. And I think there's like 1.2 million in the float. So, you only have 2 days to go on. We can switch to 15-minute candles, and you can see there's Friday's high, and it just pretty much sold off all day, which to me is weird, and it's a big red flag because of the great news and the tiny float. So there's a very strong chance I won't be trading this tomorrow, but I don't know. I just kind of want to put it on everyone's radar. let's kind of keep our eyes on this if it does turn one of these days. I'm surprised how weak it was with that float and the good news. WETG, everything because of this pop back here to $9,000 or whatever that was. I'm sure it's all split adjusted. You can't see what's really happened, so I'm going to switch to 15-minute candles, and then you can see, let's see, these blue lines are session breaks. So 4 days ago it gapped up and topped out at 23.16 up here, and then it's been bleeding lower ever since. I think they had AI news, and it's got a tiny float, like 300 and something thousand. So I am, even though it's a weird chart for the last 4 days, been selling off after the gap up, I am going to put it on bounce watch. And I'll treat it the way we treat bounce plays and see if it gives a setup. GameStop had a nice reversal GME today. Went out at about its high, so we're going to watch that one tomorrow. It was on bounce watch today. So now we've got kind of a little bottoming tail through the 20-day on a recent high flyer. AI. Recently, strong stock, couple red days. I'd like to see another red day, but it goes on bounce watch. Same thing with CVNA, which is Carvana. Very strong stock with a couple red days now. That one also goes on bounce watch. MGOL, handsome daily chart here. Looks like you could have more upside. And then lastly, ATIP topped out about 4 sessions ago at 14.50, and it's working its way back up, and decent volume for the stock. That's it. We'll add other gappers in the pre-market. I already talked longer than I thought I would. We'll see you guys in chat.